What's up, y'all? I'm gonna do a little video. I'm gonna do a little video today. I'm gonna talk about my last 24 hours in Portland, Oregon before I flew to Portland, Maine. And this was probably one of the saddest, like, just loneliest feeling 24 hours of my life. Or I mean, I say 24 hours, maybe 30 or whatever. Go fuck yourself. But before I get into the story, I want to address this. I got an email from this person the other day, and they were essentially complaining and whatever, criticizing me for making videos where I tell stories from the past, as if that's sad. Okay, well, I don't have a whole lot going on in my life right now. I mean, I work a regular job. I'm painting, I'm drumming, I'm doing shit like that. So I'm not really going out and living these adventures right now, but I have in the past. So my point is this: if I talk about transgender people, dude, what are you, a fucking faggot, bro? What are you talking about fucking trans for, dude? Okay, I'll talk about moving to Cambodia. Dude, we fucking heard it already. Okay, I'll talk about my past drug use. What the fuck, bro? People don't want to hear that shit. Okay, I'll talk about mental illness. Blah, blah. So no matter what I do, motherfuckers are always going to hate on me. So the moral of that introduction, my epilogue, if you will, is go fuck yourself. I'll talk about whatever the hell I want. I digress. Let me get into the meat and potatoes of this video, if you will. So, as you all know, last year, August 8th, whatever, August 4th, whatever, I flew to Portland, Oregon. And during that time in Portland, Oregon, I did some awesome things, man. I made cool new friends. I smoked heaps of the best weed on planet fucking Earth, man. It was incredible. I saw the beautiful sights of the Pacific Northwest. I got to witness the Great American Eclipse in full totality in Silverton, Oregon at the Oregon Gardens. It was absolutely incredible. I even put it up on my channel. You guys can check it out. But the video doesn't do it justice. I did things like whitewater rafting on the Deschutes River. I mean, I had a good-ass time in Oregon, dude. I did some pretty adventurous shit. But towards the last couple weeks there, it was actually the day of the Conor McGregor-Floyd Mayweather boxing match. I decided to stop staying with a family member. Without getting into much detail, I decided to stop staying with them in their home, and I decided to stay with friends in Portland. I decided to stay in hostels around Portland, and my last night there, I slept on a piece of cardboard on the fucking river, around a bunch of fucking who knows who, like mentally ill drug addicts with fingernails that are 5 inches long, and you know what I mean. So to preface this story, I always have had problems sleeping. I did last night, I did the night before, and during my time in Portland, Oregon, I damn sure did. Despite all the weed smoking, despite all the amazing indicas and sativas and hybrids I could get my fucking hands on, I couldn't seem to sleep through the night. So this was obviously affecting my temper, affecting my moods and all that shit, and making me more inclined to be depressed and make maybe bad decisions. So fast forward. This is the day before my last day there, and I go on, you could call it a date. I agree to meet this girl, and she's trans. She's a transgender male to female trans woman, and she's pretty. She's cute. And I'm not gonna say her name or talk about her too much, but we spent that day together. You know, we went out, we got some coffee, we smoked a little weed. You know, we fucking played pool. We ate good food and all that shit. So after we spend the day together, we decide that we want to keep spending the day together instead of part ways, because our original plan was to part ways. Instead, we decided to spend the rest of the evening and together. And of course, in my mind, I'm like, well, we'll see what happens there. So she takes me to, I guess it was like her uncle's house or cousin or whatever. Like, they're real close. And long story short, I try to fandangle my way into staying the night there because I don't have a place to stay in Portland. I don't have a hostel room. I don't have any friends that are in town to let me stay with them. And I'm not going to go stay with my other family member whom I'm not going to really talk about. So essentially the guy's like, look, you got to go, dude. So I did. And they didn't live in Portland. they live just outside of Portland, so it was just hills, and it was pitch black at nighttime. It wasn't cold, thankfully, but you know, I was in, for all intents and purposes, like I was on some back roads, and I was nowhere near town. But thankfully, there's a good bus system there in Portland, and I managed to walk. It was a good half-hour walk down these windy hills and shit at nighttime. I could barely, you know, it was pretty dark. And I ended up getting a bus into town, and it's probably going on 10:30, 11 now, and I'm like, fuck, what the hell am I gonna do? I don't have money to book a room. Am I gonna fly to Maine tomorrow? Am I gonna try to stick it out here and get a job? And like, I don't know. Am I gonna go back to Virginia? So I just walk around town getting baked. I'm eating food. I'm just eating like street food on the street, sitting on the fucking curb, man. You know, with my backpack. I mean, for all intents and purposes, man, like I look like one of the homeless people there. Because Portland, Oregon is riddled with homeless people, man. It is fucking riddled with just gangs of homeless people, man. And a lot of them, when you walk by them and you observe them, they're clearly mentally ill, but it could also be drug-induced mental illness. So, anyways, I'm just walking around town, man. I'm looking at these street artists, man. These people high as fuck on meth. There's all kinds of just like deviants outside, man. And it's come time around like 2, 3 a.m. I'm like, man, I should probably get some rest. So I try to find an area in downtown where I can get some privacy, man. Because if there's not people out clubbing and partying, then there's gangs of homeless people. Like, they got bicycles, they got trash bags. Like, they're basically, these homeless people's houses are like just collections of trash bags with all their shit, and they just they're like nomads. They just go around town with trash bags full of their shit, and they're so dirty and stinky. They're so stinky, dude. So I found a piece of cardboard. I lay it on this gravel beach on the Willamette River in Portland, Oregon. And there are some other people on the beach that are trying to sleep, but I have enough space to where I feel fairly comfortable. And I'm just laying there, I'm just sitting there, and I'm just eating my gummy bears, I'm smoking weed, and I'm trying to go to sleep, but I can't, of course, because there's fucking boats and like trains going everywhere, and they're just, man, dude, that was a rough ass night, dude. Like, to do that every single night there must be so rough. I'm so thankful that I've never been homeless like that, you know. So the sun rises, you know, I'm sore, I'm tight, I'm achy, I'm crampy, I'm hungry, I'm pissed off, I'm sleep deprived, and I smoke a bowl. Pretty much, I actually smoked the last of my weed, and I start walking back into town, and I'm just passing these guys. There was this homeless guy, and he was wearing this long sleeve button down shirt, and it looked like half of it was eaten off, like he was eating it or something, and it had these brown stains on it, and parts of it were like stuck together, like fucking like jizz stains on a shirt stuck together. He had these long fingernails, and he was laying down on the ground hawking loogies in the air. Like, he was laying on the ground like this, like, hawking loogies in the air. They were coming down on his face, coming down right next to him. And I'm just looking at this, and he's going, ah, ah, like hawking loogies. And I'm just like, no! What if that was me? No! Oh my God, dude. That was rough, man. So then I, you know, start walking around, and I'm still not sure what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like, am I gonna stay here in Oregon? Am I gonna go to Maine? So I go to Starbucks, and I get myself a nice little cold brew with almond milk, no sugar. And every single time, hold on, pause. Every single time, let me calm myself here. Every single time I go to Starbucks. Now, every single time I go to Starbucks, in Portland, Oregon, there's a gigantic, fiercely gay, Latino and or Samoan man who's always checking me out. Hey, are there any Latinos, Samoan, Pacific Islander, whatever the fuck, that think I'm pretty good looking? What do y'all think? Huh? What do you think? Not bad, right? Look at these pretty blue eyes. That's right. That's right. So I proceeded to ignore the fuck out of that guy as I was sleep deprived and just kind of like, what the fuck am I gonna do? So then I make a very pivotal decision. I go to a fucking weed dispensary and I buy an edible. I buy a 50 milligram edible. I fucking down it, and I essentially start tripping balls, you know, because it's edible THC, which is super strong. Fast forward a few minutes, I call this person in Maine that I'm gonna eventually live with, and I say, hey, Portland ain't working out, can I come out? Of course she said yes. I buy my plane ticket right there, and that night I fly out to Portland, Maine from Portland, Oregon, man. So, but I have the rest of the day to spend in Oregon. I have like the whole rest of the day and evening, so I just go buy more edibles, and I eat like two more 50 milligram edibles, 150 milligrams total. Which for anybody that doesn't have a tolerance, that'll get you wrecked. We're talking, I mean, like you're gonna be scared to you're gonna be scared to even just go outside, man. I mean, just simply just going to the front door and opening it, like you're gonna be scared, like you're gonna get sucked into outer space or something, man. It's bad. So I figure, all right, it's my last day in Portland, Oregon, and I'm high as fuck. I got a little, I got a little spending money. Fuck it. I'm gonna eat fish and chips, sushi. God damn it. Tacos, pantancones, which is a delicious Colombian dish. I'm gonna eat fucking whatever the hell I want, man. So I did. But I made a bad choice by, on the way to the airport, going to Panda Express, where this sadness all came to a head at Panda Express. Which is, I mean, it's fitting, it's fucking Panda Express. So I go into Panda Express, baked. And the fact that this Panda Express was in a strip mall didn't help with the depression, because it's like a generic anywhere USA, you know, whatever the fuck, Panda Express in Buttsville, Oregon. Anyways, so I go up there, I order my fucking pineapple Hunan double shrimp and whatever nasty shit they have there. I pay $3 for it, pretty much. You know, it's like cheap ass fucking food. For anybody that doesn't know Panda Express, who doesn't live in the States, it's essentially like the McDonald's for Chinese food. It's like the Harry Ramsden of Chinese food. You guys follow? So I'm fucking eating my Kung Pao beef, my fucking chow mein, my Kung Pao pineapple shrimp, and the first few bites are good. And then, right across from me, this little, I don't know their nationality, but I'm going to say they're Mexican or Guatemalan. They're little Latinos, whatever. Okay, whatever. They're cute little Hispanic family, whatever the hell. And I'm watching them eat, and I'm watching how they're all talking to each other, how they got the family vibe. And here I am, right across from them, just by myself, some fucking pasty skin, sad sack motherfucker, eating his fucking Kung Pao beef, sipping his Dr. Pepper, got my backpack next to me. They probably think I'm fucking homeless. I look like shit. You know, I haven't slept in 2 weeks. I got scruff and shit, and like I'm looking at them and how happy they are, and I'm like, man, like what if I had a family? What, you know, like what if I had friends right now with me? What if I wasn't so lonely like I am right now? Like what if I wasn't so lost and like what's the word I'm looking for here? Just not finding my way. You know, just not finding my way in life at all. And I just started fucking crying, man. I just started crying. I just put my fucking hand over my head. And I just started, like, my tears were going in my fucking lap. And I just started crying about, you know, how I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I went to Portland, Oregon. I'm going to Maine. And I'm not making any money. And I'm just smoking weed and, like, living. I've been sleeping. I haven't been sleeping. I'm eating like shit. Just all this stuff, man, like. I'm not getting laid, I'm not making any friends and whatever. And you know, it's like me not getting laid or whatever, it's not because I can't, of course. It's not that I don't have the ability to. It's just that I choose to be by myself all the time. I just choose isolation and loneliness because I like it and it's more peaceful that way. But, you know, it makes you a little sad sometimes. So, I had the saddest meal of my life at Panda Express. I make my way to the airport. in Portland, Oregon. I'm just down in fucking gummy bears. I end up in Portland, Maine, like a day or so later. And I don't regret going to Portland, Maine whatsoever, but I will say that I did nothing really productive there. I mean, I didn't do anything creative. I didn't paint, draw, drum. I didn't really even exercise too much. I mean, I just indulged in drugs and just any chance I could alter my consciousness, man, like severely, then I would. And you guys saw what happened. And when I moved back to Virginia, where I am now from Maine, I weighed 155 pounds. That's about 70 kilos. Now I weigh 185 pounds. That's 84 kilos. Put on 30 pounds in less than 3 months, man. Just from getting off the dope, eating good, doing what I like, man. So I just want to tell everybody I'm doing better, man. I'm doing alright. I might make a video in the future again talking about, let me fucking kill myself, boo boo, bee boo. But fuck it, dude. I mean, that's life. We have our crests and we have our troughs in the waves of life. Now, don't we? NoJokeStriking@gmail.com. Bitches, if y'all have any questions, any concerns, any dilemmas, follow me on Instagram @BraytonHoward, Facebook.com/NoJokeCoward. It's been a pleasure. Go fuck yourself. Peace!